Hey guys! So I don't have a title for you here. Let me add that. Today's mini lesson is going to be it's going to be kind of a review with kind of some new. It's going to be the partial quotients division method, but I'm going to do the most efficient possible way. So you learn the part. If you want to pause here and make that the title of the next page in your math notebook, please do. And unpause when you're ready to go. Alright, so in 4th grade you learned the partial quotients division method, and I'm going to review that again real quick. But the difference is going to be, this year I'm going to show you how to do it like with the least possible number of steps. So first let me review how to do it at all. So in 4th grade we might have learned how to divide 973 by 3 with partial quotients. And the way we did that, we set it up like this: 973 divided by 3. And then we were going to start making groups of 3 to subtract from 973 as we went. So I might look at this and say, okay, I could do 100, and 3 times 100 is 300. So I'm going to take away those 300, and I'll be left with 673. And then I could do another 100. Actually, I might be able to do another. I'm going to go a little quicker. I'm going to do like maybe another 200. And that would be 600 to take away. And now let's see, 73. Maybe I want to do a group of 10, maybe 20. Even 30 times 20 is 60. That leaves me with 13, and then I can do 3 times 4 is 12. And if I do all that, I can't make any more groups of 3. And I've made 100, 200, 300, 320. I've made 324 groups of 3, and I have 1 left over. I have 1 out of the next group of 3 left over. I was trying to make groups of 3, and I only ended up with 1 in my last group, so I have like 324 and 1 out of the next group of 3, or 1/3. Sometimes you write that instead as 324 remainder 1, or 324 and 1 out of the next 3, 1/3. So that's how it worked. What I want to do today is talk about how to do that the fastest possible way, which is going to be helpful when you learn your next strategy to divide numbers like this, because you're going to have to know kind of how this works to do that. So I'm going to do some here for you, and I'm going to talk through how to do it really efficiently. So this is I do, so put your notes aside and just kind of pay attention with me. So here's the same one we just did, and I want to do this in the fastest possible method. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my 3, and I'm only going to look at my hundreds, and I'm going to make the closest to 900 I can with 3s. Now with 3s I can make exactly 900. I can do 3 times 300 and get 900. I'm not worrying about the 73 right now. I'm just looking at the 900. So I'm going to try to clear out all my hundreds, and as many hundreds as I can in one step. So I'm going to do 3 times 300 is 900, and I got rid of all of them, all my hundreds, and I'm down to just 73. So now I'm going to go one more spot in, and I'm going to try to knock out as many 10s as I possibly can with groups of 3. So I've got 7 10s. I could do 3 times 10 is 30. I can do 3 times 20 is 60. 3 times 30 is too much. So the most I can possibly make is 3 times 20 to clear out as many 10s as I can. 3 times 20 is 60. That leaves me with 13. And now that's pretty easy. I can do, since I can't do a 10, I can do all these 13 ones together in 3 times 4 and make 12. And so I knocked out the whole thing in 3 steps. Boom, boom, boom. 324 and 1 out of the next 3. 324 and a third. Let's do another one over here. 284 divided by 4. This one's going to work a little differently. I picked this one for a different reason. So 284 divided by 4. Now watch what I do. So remember, to go as efficiently as I can, I'm just going to look at hundreds, and I'm going to try to knock out as many hundreds as I can with hundreds in one step. Now I can't make 4 times 100 is already too many hundreds. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 100 is 100. So I can't clear out the 2 using hundreds. So the next thing I'm going to do is since I can't do that, I'm just going to go over a step and I'm going to do all of these. I've got 28 tens now. So instead of trying to just clear out the 200, since this 2 is less than the 4, I'm going to try to knock out 28 tens. So 4 goes into 28, right? 7 times 4 is 28. And since these are 10, it wouldn't be 4 times 7, it would be 4 times 7d. And if I do 4 times 7d, I've got 280. And boom, like I've almost knocked out the whole question. And now I've just got ones. So if I think that logically, to think, okay, I can't make 200s, can I make 28 tens? I can make exactly 28 tens. And now I've just got another 4 times 1, and I answered that super easily, right? The least possible number of steps. In 4th grade, you could do as many steps as you wanted, and that still works, but I want you to know how to do it quickly. All right, open your notes. Let's do 2 in your notes. Remember, while you're doing these we-dos, you can pause at any time if you need to and work these along with me. So your choice. You can wait till I work it, pause it, work them out, or you can work it on your own and then unpause it and watch me work it out and see if they match, or you can pause as you go, up to you. So let's do this one. A wonderful donor brought 475 expo markers for 4 5th grade teachers to share. So how many would each teacher get to have? So I'm going to divide 475 markers by 4 5th grade teachers. And here we go. So remember, I start by just looking at my hundreds. How can I clear out as many hundreds as possible in one step? So that's going to be 4 times 100 in this case, because 4 times 100 is going to give me that 400. And I cleared out my whole hundreds place doing it that way. I'm down to 75. Next step, I'm going to look just at my tens place. I'm going to clear out as many tens as I possibly can. 4 times 10 would be 40. 4 times 20 would be 80. That's too much. So I'm just going to stick with 4 times 10. And that's going to give me 40 to take away. 35. And once I've done that, since now I can't make any more sets of 10 because 30 or 3 tens is less than the 4, I'm just going to try to knock the whole thing out. 4 times 9 would be 36. Don't have quite enough. So 4 times 8 would be 32. And I am left with 118. Don't have room over my normal spot to write it. And I'm left with 3 out of the next group of 4. I can almost make one more group of 4, but not quite. And you'll notice I knocked the whole thing out in 3 steps. 3 digits, 3 steps. Pretty good. All right, let's try another one. Wait a minute, make that 275 markers, not 475 markers. So if I do 275 divided by 4, I picked that because sometimes I've got this. When this digit in the hundreds place is less than this, I can't do 4 times 100. And so remember, in that case, I'm going to look out 2 digits, and I'm going to try to make 27 10. So let's see, 4 times 7, or 4 times 70 would be 280, a little too high. So I'm going to do one less. I'm going to do 4 times 60. 4 times 60 is 240. 5, 3. And then same as over here, I'm down to 35. So 4 times, what did I do? 8 gave me 32. And gives me 3. So now each teacher can get 68 markers. And I couldn't make another group. So it would be 3 out of the next 4. Now obviously I can't give every teacher 3/4 of a marker. Doesn't make sense. You can't do that with them. So really what that means here, this remainder of 3 means 3 teachers would get 1 more marker, really. everybody'd get 118 and 3 teachers would get 119. And over here, everybody'd get 68, and this remainder of 3 means 3 teachers would probably get a 69th marker. That's it for I do and we do. After you finish your notes, we will do a couple of these tomorrow and see how it went.